Welcome back to the channel, my friends. We're in the Corolla because in today's video we're going to be making a custom double-din dash unit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be upgrading and changing the Corolla drastically. Yes, it's not going to be to everyone's cup of tea, but it is mine, and I really like how this is going to look. I think this is brilliant, quite frankly. This is a prototype, but let's show you this in the making.
All right, so as you can see here, this is Bamboo Slicer, which is a 3D print software. This was made for me by my buddy Cam, Overhead Cam, over on Instagram. It's rather Insta famous, is Cam. You might know him, but yeah, cool dude, good guy. So effectively, what we've got here is, well, basically the plastic is going to be acting as the cage for the double-din unit because you're making it from scratch. You can do whatever you want. So that's the aim here. Is the plastic box is going to be the cage. The oval on the side will have the old Toyota Corolla logo embedded in it, and then kind of underneath that logo, I will drill a hole and potentially put the heater knob, or I'll just put the heater controls somewhere else in the car and keep that as a very clean center dash piece. So very happy with how this came out. Cam CAD'd this up for me in, I don't know, it must have been about an hour, if that. It took no time at all, did it literally in front of my eyes. There's some supports on the side, and yeah, it's not bad. This is, again, just a prototyping. We measured and did lots and lots of measurements and things like that, but this is literally just a prototype. So yeah, I'm gonna print it out and go on from there, basically.
Alright, so like I said, this was a prototype. And this is the head unit, which is actually in my Datsun. I've just taken it out to put it in here and just take a look, basically, see how it's fitting. It's not too bad. Obviously, we have, if you can see in there, pretty major gappage behind it. And that's because there is, behind here, some kind of bolts that seem to be sticking down quite a lot, actually. You can see where it's hitting there on the bottom and then there on the top. So we might be able to trim this down, or alternatively we can literally just reprint this but move some of these things out the way. So shrink the back down, because it actually doesn't need to be as big as that. The dimensions are huge by comparison to the doubled-in head unit itself. This is a low profile one, so we can adjust that and change that. And we'll have to print out another one, obviously. And I think that'll end up fixing a lot of our issues here. The other one is this bolt that is sticking down. Actually, I don't know if you can see that. There's a bolt that's sticking down here, which seems to be for the actual dash itself. So that kind of has to stay there, annoyingly. Yeah, I think it is for the dash itself. So we're getting close to this being a workable prototype, basically. Quite close, actually. Now, this will need to be printed again, mainly because the whole needs to be, well, this will fit in here without any, the idea behind this was to use this dash piece as the cage, right? Which we've achieved. We have achieved it, but it's too tight. Yeah, it is ever so slightly too tight, which, you know, isn't a bad thing. I'm sure anyway, rude joke out of the way. So basically we need to change this ever so slightly, make it ever so slightly bigger, make that ever so slightly smaller, This is where the Corolla logo is going to go. And down the bottom, I'm going to drill another hole so we can have the heating control here as well. Or I may even just relocate the heating control to there, which was always the plan. Anyway, but this does need to be adjusted and changed. So we're not quite there yet, but we're getting really, really, really bloody close to getting it finished. I actually think all we'll need to do is shrink this back down and then open this. I mean, we're literally, because it's so snug, and we don't need it to be as snug as it is because we've got these mounting screws on the side as well, which you can't even use because we can't even get it in that far because it is too tight. There you go. Well, that's where it would be anyway, the mounting screws. But basically, we're going to, get this adjusted and changed. Also, just to throw this in here, I've had some fun with my 3D printer printing the Asahi coolant overflow beer bottle holder for the coolant overflow tank, which I'm now going to put on, well, not right now, but at some point I will put on the Corolla. So excuse all the mess here. But I did have to, so this design is courtesy of Jake the Peasant. He made this on CAD, I presume. I did print this off and I gave it a fuzzy texture to make it look less 3D printed. And you know what? Pretty happy with that. But what he didn't send me, did eventually, but it was a good sort of mission for me anyway on CAD, was to design the bung for the top. So as you can see, I went through quite a few different versions. Now this is printed in TPU, which is like a soft flexible plastic, or can be anyway. This one was way too big, too small, sorry. This one was just a little bit tighter. And then this one was really tight, but too tight. And so what I did with this one, exactly the same dimensions, but on this one it has less of an infill. So it's basically exactly the same dimensions as the other one, but it has more of a give. You see, whereas this one has no give, this one actually has some give, which means we can put this in here, it's a snug fit. And there you go, and then this will go over the top, and then that will sit there in the car and be my coolant overflow when I drill into it. So, bit of a side project, still something cool. Again, I'm loving having a 3D printer. You know, if you can't buy this stuff, make it, why not? And I've even seen people make bushings for cars out of TPU, which is definitely something which I'm really keen to try eventually. But anyway, I'm melting. This was quite a long video to make. This has been several days in the making, and I hope you've enjoyed it. This was one of the reasons why I bought this 3D printer, was to basically manufacture stuff for these cars. So we're not there 100% yet with this one. We will get there. We're almost there. The brackets have been printed. We just need to shrink just ever so slightly. Shrink the back of this down and open the hole up ever so slightly more. So this is a work in progress, but we've basically got a workable prototype now, and it's really workable, but I can't use it because it needs to be shrunken down the back, and I can't cut that down, because if we do that, then we're going to lose the supports, and we do need the supports because we need some of the strength there. So getting close, almost, but not quite. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, a bit of a different one from me, because we're using kind of technology a little bit more than we've done in the past, but it's a new piece of kit. It's just another tool in the toolbox. So I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you so much. Hopefully the audio is good. Why do I say that? CC got another microphone, annoyingly. So I need to buy another microphone. Fun times. So hopefully the audio works. But anyway, nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share. Bye-bye now.